What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room. 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Whether you've been with me since July 1 or day 1 means the world to me. Could not do this without your support. And again, really appreciate all you guys do for me and my channel. If you did notice, the store is open with the Try Again tee in reference to Clint Oldenburg and the Just Say No to packs, which we're going to talk about in just a moment here, because I've been one against telling you guys what to do with your money, right? If you want to buy Madden, go right ahead, but understand where the revenue is coming from, right? Look at these numbers. It started with just over $500,000 in 2015, and then once we got to 2021, $0.49 billion net revenue from Ultimate Team. Guys, it does not matter. It does not matter if you buy the actual disc. If you look on Twitter, if you look at EA content the week prior to this game's release and after, you will see a massive shift in free codes. If you ask yourself, why is this game half price within 3 months of release? Yes, a lot of that has to do with the fact it's a poor quality game, but the other side of it is EA knows how much money they're making on Ultimate Team. So I've told everyone, if you want to go buy this game, the boycotts, the petitions, those things will not and have not worked up until now. I started one of the biggest petition campaigns 10 years ago, and we barely got off the ground. The only thing that changes issues like this is information. If you buy the game and you're dissatisfied with it, share it with other people. Send the clips to me. I get them every single day. Horrible gameplay from this football game. I, in turn, share it with you. You either laugh at it, enjoy it, or share it. We've gotten 50,000 people on board. That's what will make a true difference. Because to EA, the business line is simple. They know all they have to do is get the game in your hands. If they get the game in your hands, there's a big probability that you're going to load up Ultimate Team. That's why every game markets to Ultimate Team. That's why everything pushes you to Ultimate Team. In my opinion, now we'll get into my opinion. In my opinion, the other game modes are so lackluster because they want you to end up in Ultimate Team. Why would they build franchise out? Why would they put time, money, and energy into it when they know on the other side they've got $1.49 billion this year just from Ultimate Team sales? They don't want you in franchise. They don't want you in online head-to-head. They want you in Ultimate Team. And if that means they have to make the game modes poor to get you there, then they don't care. Because they know your credit card, or in many cases, to be fair, your parents' credit card is sitting there waiting to be used for this money hand over fist. It's not so much a microtransaction to the fact that other games will sell you new levels, new worlds. It is a completely separate situation in my perspective, where you're buying packs on the allure of what players you will get. And they feed into that by going to creators, making sure they get packs, open those packs on their channels, and make those children or those influenceable people want to go pull that 99 MUT card, legend card, golden ticket. And then they're the ones fronting the bill to get them there. So to me, it's much more about showing all the flaws in this game than anything else. And that's really something I've strived to do on my channel. To me, none of these Ultimate Team card purchases matter, because the players do not represent themselves correctly on field, from either side, offense or defense. But you can't fault the business of EA looking at what's going on here and wanting to push you into a game mode that's rather simplistic and easy to redo each and every year. Really, I mean, we're going to get down to brass tacks here. What do they really do to Ultimate Team each year? They change the interface. That's about all they can do. Most of it comes down to the visuals of pack opening, guys. So if you think that you not buying Madden is going to somehow impact this, you're wrong. You're just wrong, because for every person that doesn't buy the game, I bet you EA will give away 5 copies. For every person that doesn't buy the game on launch day, there'll be 3 that get sold when it's half price. Because this right here is hands down what EA is aiming for. This doesn't count day one sale. This is why EA doesn't care about midnight releases. This is why EA cares about when you pre-order, you get MUT bonuses. You get MUT content because they want you there. And why do they want you there? Because every single year, they've increased their revenue. And like we talked about, being fair, not much has changed from that gameplay element. Sure, they added in, cooperative modes. Sure, they did a couple other things. But for the most part, it is the most updated. It is the most seasonal, and it is the most consistent area of Madden. You can count on, point blank, every single Thanksgiving, every single Halloween, knowing what those MUT promotions are going to be. Most feared and holiday. That's what they do. Just like they do the Zero Chill or some other aspect of it. And the sad thing about this is, and maybe the worst thing about this, is really only until 2019, the cards were not carrying over. Now, this year and last year, they did let some of them carry over, but this is completely, I don't want to say wasted money, but it's that year purchase. It's that year commitment. The $500,000 plus spent in 2015 factors into none of 2020 Ultimate Team. Limited opportunity to play these cards, limited opportunity to enjoy this money spent if you can enjoy it. And that's the premise. You have to show people through your opinion, through your experience, through your content, whether it's social media, YouTube, does not matter. If you can express to people, I purchased this game and I was disappointed with the content and quality of it, then you are going to deter people from spending this money. You can look at this any single way you like. There'll be some people that say last year wasn't that big of a jump. I don't think this year will be that big of a jump, because I think overall, Madden has got to the point where many players find it stale, repetitive, and boring. The fact of the matter is, a lot of MUT gamers fight that boredom off by going out and buying new players to keep it fresh in their mind. As a franchise gamer, I don't have that luxury. My trade system doesn't work properly. So even if I want to go get new players, I'm really hindered in how I can do that. Teams don't draft properly, so even if I go to draft players to build my team up and try to reinvigorate my love of football by bringing in a field of draft picks, it's likely that the players before me will be picked in an order that is not sequential to their team building through the computer, because teams will draft 8 guards in one draft. Teams will draft quarterbacks when they have 3 on their roster. You have to express to the consumer, this is a problem. It's a problem for EA not making their game in other areas, because this is the dollar sign. This is what generates the revenue, and this is what they want from you. They want money. Now, thankfully, to me, they're not doing this through other regions. I mean, we've all joked about, well, the natural inclination would be, let's have another area of Madden generate revenue, and if that takes place, well, then naturally they'll want to improve that. I don't want to see franchise turn into this, right? I don't want to have to pay for a better draft class. I don't want to have to pay for a better season experience. I don't want to have to pay for better coordinators or coaches. All that should organically be in the game. I don't think EA really has a way of monetizing right now other game modes to the point that it would start to bring in this type of money. It just doesn't make sense in those other game modes where your actual dollar would play against the computer and franchise. And again, we all know those other game modes are pretty lackluster in how they're built from a strategic standpoint, so even a gamer with very limited sense would quickly come to the conclusion that this is an absolute waste of money, because no matter what I do to make my team better, it's not going to be better than the championship game, and the other teams are built so poorly, I'll just beat them anyway. You're not going to buy special plays, you're using teams' playbooks. You're not going to buy special stadiums. You're playing in your team stadium. So this is really the only way they can go out and kind of build transactions into the game to generate themselves revenue. And to their point, for a business standpoint, they've done it very, very well. But the only way to truly begin to make changes is to address this here. And I feel, as someone in this community that goes against this game mode, the only way to do that is by expressing the displeasure you have with the game to others in hopes that you make them rethink their purchase in Ultimate Team. So ultimately, with that said, you know I appreciate you watching this video, all the support you've given me going back to the beginning, and I will be back in the week with more commentary.